fuck around and find out. Why you chasing no dreams, just riding away? Ain't a thing I'm taking to the grave. If trouble's calling, I'm already gone. Live fast, burn bright till the break of dawn. They talk, I laugh, they act. Early in the morning when the sun does rise, laying in the bed with bloodshot eyes. The night was long, but I ain't surprised. I live with the trouble cause I paid my price. Late in the evening when the sun sinks low, that's the time my rooster crows.
Waist down.
What's going on, guys? Oh, the beginning of the stream caught that. Oh shit.
No.
Oh well, that'll be okay.
Uncut.
Welcome back to another episode of the TheDeltaBB Unfiltered. That's why I'm fucking unfiltered right there. So glad to have this on.
Demonetized.
Well, hey, live streams, you can pretty much say what you want to in those. I've learned. I've
Not
been
within the first 8 minutes. You can't say the word. Those favorite words of yours.
I have been watching how to kind of do this shit. Okay, Steve, I don't need you to tell me how to live life.
Yeah, I'm not trying to tell you how to live life. I'm just trying to tell you how to make money.
Yeah, well, I've come to the terms.
Well.
It's going to take me a long time to make money on YouTube.
Same
Okay?
here.
Don't have the viewership yet. Anywho, I've got Timmy here with me. I've got Tater, whom the last episode of TheDeltaBB Unfiltered I pissed off. And then we've got old Decoy and EA. He hasn't taken his Geritol yet. Just to kind of recap a little bit, we did an episode of Aftermath at the beginning of the week, hosted by yours truly, Timmy. And he hired Decoy, aka Steve, to be his co-host.
I'm not paying him.
Yep.
Was it
He's
a
paying me
non-paid gig?
Geritol.
Yeah, I got his prescription of Geritol on deck.
Dude, I hate to tell you, but he goes through a lot of Geritol.
It's okay. It's better than money right now.
It's better than money.
Yep.
So we're just gonna jump right on into the Unfiltered. So let's talk about that damn presidential inauguration. Go ahead and just hop right on in. Let's hit the big one out the park first, because I know a couple of people here that have some strong opinions about it. So what is you guys' opinion on how the inauguration went?
Trump side, I think it went great. The other side, I think they're a bunch of disrespectful assholes.
I agree.
I mean, the man sat up there was, in my opinion, quite respectful. He said what he thought. He said what he was going to do. He had, I lost count of the standing ovations, and out of all those standing ovations, I think the outgoing stood once for all of them. And I found that to be very disrespectful. They sat there with a smug look on their face and showed him zero respect, which, I mean, they've done that throughout all of it, so I don't know why I expected any different. But
yeah, I mean, they've hated him for the last 8 years.
well, they hate him because they know he's, I mean,
He's the wild card.
he is their kryptonite. He is to them what kryptonite is to Superman. It's just how it is. And there's a lot of people that love him. There's a lot of people that don't like him at all. But if you go back through and look, I mean, the man can do the job. I mean, he's proven that in the last term he run. He's proven it in just the way he does business and the way he runs his life. And to me, that's what we need. We need a businessman. Somebody that's going to say he's going to do something and then turn around and do it, not just say it and then leave it at that.
Well, you know, when you have trillions of dollars in your deficit, of money that you owe, yeah, at some point, when does the U.S. go bankrupt? That's why we have government shutdowns and shit because of that. IRS people getting laid off and they're cutting costs and such because of like the deficit and the spending. So they cut ties in portions of areas that they're like, oh, we can do away with this. When does it become a thing where we're like, hey, Senate, you're fired. Hey, House, you're fired. Like
So that's called a civil war, my man.
It is. It is.
We can't have that. We saw how they did about the riots and everything that weren't really riots.
Yeah.
In Biden's defense, homie can't stand anyway, so one time was fantastic.
Well, look, half the time that he was there, he looked lost. He looked like he didn't know where he was at. And
well, he thought he won. And then, to his disappointment, Trump got the 30-minute speech, not him.
Oh,
so.
and something else that highly kicked me off about that whole thing. I don't know if y'all watched when Biden got on Marine One. Well, become Marine One when he stepped aboard. And I don't know if y'all watched when he got on to what was Air Force One once his feet stood in it. Did y'all notice something he didn't do?
You mean salute?
When he got on both aircraft?
No, I didn't watch
I'm
it.
assuming he didn't salute.
He didn't salute when he got on them aircraft.
Obama did the same fucking thing, dude.
The Marines standing at the bottom of that aircraft, if you watch 90% of the presidents we've had, they salute them boys when they get on that aircraft.
Obama did the same fucking thing, dude. Obama wouldn't hardly salute the U.S. military.
Blatant disrespect to the people that make it to where you can sleep in peace at night.
Exactly. The people that lay their lives on the line from the day that they signed up to the day they die, and you can't give them a fucking recognition. Like, bro, how hard is it?
It takes 2 seconds.
Is it that hard? Now,
well, they're required to salute.
I just want you to tell me how many other presidents have actually entered Air Force One to the cargo hold?
None.
When they can't be trusted to go up the stairs.
Exactly.
Yeah, it needed a ramp.
Well, his wife had to help him on Air Force One to start with. She had to hold on to him.
His wife used to have to get him through his fucking debates. Because he just, the last debate that him and Trump had, the one where Trump just fucking wiped the floor with him, and Trump didn't even hardly argue with him or anything. Like, it wasn't even worth it. Trump knew at that point, like, he had already won. But she was pissed at him after that debate. She was completely pissed off at him. But y'all are the ones that let him fucking go up there. Y'all know that his mind isn't there. Why would you let him embarrass himself like that?
Because the doctors cleared him.
I don't see how.
The cocaine doesn't last as long as it used to.
No,
you're
the only doctor that cleared him was his wife.
Now you're talking about Hunter, dude. The cocaine doesn't last for Hunter. Sleepy
You
Joe
can
ain't
see
on cocaine.
You can see the change when he gets into his speeches and shit. Like when that shit wears off, man, he fucking falls off. That's called coming down. I understand what it is. There are, usually the family that deletes shit on laptops sticks together. Family business.
Oh, you mean the same type of facial expressions that old George Bush had at the inaugural?
That's close.
George
edibles.
That dude looked high
good
as
shit, though.
fuck. That dude looked high as fuck.
You get a shoe thrown at you and see how you feel. I want to eat edibles too. Fuck you guys.
There was one point in it that Bill Clinton looked at Hillary and looked like he was leaning over asking her for permission to stand up. And of course she's like, "Fuck nah, bro, you better sit your ass down."
He's probably checking to see if Monica showed up for the inaugural.
Trying to make sure his secretary wasn't available. Oh,
I know one
goodness.
thing,
You
man.
never-
He's really aged.
You never
That's
know.
true.
He
He might
has.
have. He might have been down there behind them chairs.
It might have been. Can I stand up now? No, Bill, your pants are off.
Exactly.
Wrong sacks,
so-
Bill. Wrong sacks.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you know that double wide glass trailer that he has over in Little Rock, Arkansas?
No.
The presidential library, his presidential library. Have you never
And
seen?
future burial
Have
site.
you never seen it?
No, does it have Playboys in it though? I kind of want to see it now.
Hang on, let me pull this up, and I will show you what it looks like.
Yeah, I've
It is
kinda
a
seen
glass
it on-
double wide trailer.
Good. When you're done with that, I'm gonna tell you guys a little fun fact about Lyndon B. Johnson. I think that was his first
Is-
name, wasn't it?
is-
Maybe
is
I'm
he
fucking
the-
retarded.
Is he the one president we had that got stuck in the bathtub?
I don't think he was. No.
No,
Yeah,
he's the one that had him raise the water pressure at the White House to something god awful because he said he wanted a painful shower every morning.
That's not the only thing he said. Don't you worry. Our 36th president was a fucking savage.
You tell me that that is not a glass double wide fucking trailer on stilts.
Maybe that's not a trailer.
Maybe that's a shipping container.
That's a couple shipping containers.
So,
That
anyways,
makes that motherfucker a rectangle.
inside,
yeah.
inside of this presidential library, Monica Lewinsky's blue dress that had the cum stains on it is on display inside of that fucking building.
I'd display that shit
Of
too.
course
to be
it
honest
is.
with you.
It is. It is on display.
That's nuts.
Like, man, that's a really great accomplishment. I guess you finished, bro. Good job.
Good job, buddy.
That's the only thing he finished during his presidency? Oh, man. Let's put it on display.
He was too busy letting Hillary run it.
Oh goodness.
We're trying to.
Trying to.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. Like, I don't think any president should have time to get off. Like, they're supposed to be really busy, right? You might have a point there.
I don't know.
She was running it.
You know why
I'm busy, but I make time to get that going.
You know why everybody considered Clinton a good president when he was in office?
Because it was in a peacetime.
No, because he was too busy getting some under his desk to get in the way.
Mm.
And this country run itself like it should be able to do.
Oh,
Just
You
my
mean we don't need government intervention? That's
I think
weird.
he pretty much just said that.
I do fine without them every day. They ain't telling me what to do.
They don't help me pay my bills.
Exactly, I do just fine without them. And they
but
doggone sure ain't help nobody in Western North Carolina or Tennessee or anywhere like that with $750. So the hell we need them for?
So,
Well, they are. Trump's going to start doing that now, doesn't he? Take funds away from a certain government program to give it over to North Carolina's relief effort.
Yep.
That was one of his executive orders. One of like 277 of them.
Yep.
I mean, dude,
We got over
dude had a mission.
10,000. We got 10,000 fucking troops just sent to the fucking border right now, like within days.
And
Oh,
he
shit.
has started his mass deportation too.
Oh yeah, I've got people all over my Facebook going, "These children are coming home to families that are gone." It's like, no, they take them too, because there's another executive order that he said you do not have a birthright if your parents came here illegally.
See, a lot of people have called shit on that, saying like, so now you're taking rights away and whatnot. And I don't feel that way. Like he's not really taking rights away. That was something, that was a privilege that never should have been given. because you were here illegally, like your parents were, and then just because you were born here, that makes you a U.S. citizen. I kind of get it a little bit.
And correct me if I'm wrong. He's put a stop to the asylum seekers too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's made it so where it's extremely hard or it's impossible to seek asylum in this country now.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
we can't take care of the people that we have here now. Why are we going to aid other places when we have our own fucking problems here that aren't taken care of?
It's kind of the same start that we had World War II, the whole America First ideology. It's kind of going to be curious to see how we continue on with this, especially now that North Korea is over in Ukraine. It's going to be an interesting thing, but we've also told them, Europe's got to stand for itself. Why not have the UK, France, Poland, have them guys fucking border that? We're going to continue to send aid, because obviously there's not going to be a peace deal. And Trump's not going to be number 2 to fucking Putin. So we're going to continue aid, but it's up to the Europeans to fucking start figuring some shit out. We can't keep stretching ourselves that thin.
So did y'all see Putin's interview he done when Trump made the comment about he will stop the war between Russia and Ukraine when he gets in office? Did you happen to watch that interview? Granted, it was all in Russian, so you had to read subtitles. But did you happen to see that interview?
I can't read.
I can't
Okay.
read. So.
Well, neither can I. Neither can I. But I understand Putin. Anyway.
So you speak dictator, huh?
Pretty much.
Fuck, put this dick in your mouth. Sorry. How far are we into this?
All right, stranger things have happened.
Well, did he say Putin or Putang?
Putang, baby.
But
Putang.
Both. Call him what you want to call him. But anyway, Putin said in the interview that if Trump got elected, that he would stop his push and invasion into Ukraine because he wasn't sure how serious Trump was on what Trump had said. So, with Trump in office, we've got something with Putin that we didn't have with Biden or Obama, and that's respect. Putin respects Trump because Putin knows if Trump says something, Trump's going to do it.
Called balls.
And
actually, it's called an initiative.
And Putin knows this. Putin respects Trump.
I've said
and he shows
I've said time and time again, we haven't been feared since George W. Bush, and even then he was a fucking joke. But like the U.S. has lost their fear, being a feared nation, to where like if we say we're gonna fucking do something, we're gonna fucking do it. We need to keep our nose out of fucking things that have nothing to fucking do with us. But if we have to step in, then we should have to step in. But it's to the point, like, when we step in now, at this point, we're a fucking laughing joke. We're not feared anymore.
Go back to the way it was in, 1941 or 42, where the U.S. said, it ain't us, we ain't in it, we staying out of it. And then the Japanese decided to do what they done, and the Japanese general that gave the order knew what he had done because he said it. We have just awoken a sleeping giant. They knew they screwed up. They knew it was coming. I don't think there's
was a major mistake on the Japanese.
I don't think there's a country out there now that if they done something like that would fear or worry about what retaliation would come back to them.
No, we'd probably
because nobody's scared of us.
We'd probably fucking give them aid and give them weapons to fight
I
against
think it's
us.
the other house.
Oh, we feel bad for that nation. They attacked us. We must have pissed them off. Let's give them some aid.
War.
Give them some demilitarized weapons, and here you go. It's a fucking joke.
This country's become a joke, and you can tell it by the way we get treated.
Well, it's hard. It's going to be hard to turn Trump won't be able to turn everything around in the next 4 years. What's going to end up having to happen is, he's going to have a predecessor that has the same mindset and the same initiatives and goals that he has to continue it. It's going to take 8 to 12 years to reverse all the fuck ups that have happened over the last 20.
JD
And unfortunately, the only last president that was able to do that was FDR.
If JD Vance will run in 2028, 2029, if JD Vance will run and he can get elected, I think that will push it to where you got somebody coming in to replace Trump that has the same ideology, the same outlooks, and the same thoughts as Trump. I mean, I don't know Vance. I don't know how he, I don't really know him that well. Like I have watched and come to know Trump. But I think if Vance would run for president in 28 or 29, I think that would kind of help carry us and get us back on that path. Because Trump's going to have to send this country into a recession in order to fix it. There's no other way around it. This country is going to have to be sent and plummeted into another recession and then built back up and brought out of it again in order to fix it. That's the only way to do it. You can't do it any other way. You've got to go through the pain and suffering before you get to the rainbow and sunshine on the other side. And I'll shut up now.
You're
No,
good,
you
Tater.
won't.
You're good, Tater. So we're gonna move on unless any of the other two of you have any comments.
No, I'm
Well,
good.
I think in what what Peter's saying is, I think that right now, if they try to get Vance in there, by that time, after Vance has had 2 years and everything, that's what 12 years between between now and then would be, well, it's 12 years, right?
So you're saying if Vance had 2 terms?
Yeah, Vance has 2 terms
That is
afterwards.
12
dude,
years.
you're
Two
math
consecutive.
faster than me.
Right. So guess would be their next candidate after that?
Should be Ron DeSantis.
No, Barron.
I don't know. I think Ron DeSantis would be a damn good president.
I'd vote like hell for Ron DeSantis.
I honestly thought that was who was going to be Trump's VP for the longest until he came out that it was going to be JD Vance.
But if you watch the inaugural, you could see how Barron was playing the crowd already at 18.
As long as they keep the House and the Senate Republican, and we keep the president Republican, I think we'll be fine. It's when you switch back over to Democrat and Democrats start taking back over, that's when shit goes to hell. Every single time. They're going to cock block you if you're the president and you're Republican. And if it's a Democratic president, shit gets pushed through, you're making dumb orders like having more than one gender. Super fucking dumb. That never should have become a fucking thing.
More than 2 genders, you mean?
Or yeah, more than 2 genders. You knew what I meant. And I'll get some hate on that one, but there's only 2 fucking genders. And then I'm glad there's not going to be any more furries, whatever the fuck those are. I never met one.
Oh, they'll still be there.
I never met a furry. My dog's furry, and that's about as much as I know about furry.
Yeah, and he likes peanut butter, don't he?
It's a she,
She likes peanut butter, don't she?
and I don't know. Maybe.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Why are you blushing?
Am I?
Crunchy or creamy?
It's hot in here.
Hot in here. It's hot in here.
It's hot in here.
Just
Get that
please
camera
God,
set up, maybe.
just please God, keep your clothes on.
I'm not wearing any pants right now.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
either.
All right, guys, y'all have a good night. I'm out of here.
Listen,
So,
Listen here.
why does this always got to go raunchy with you?
I have no idea.
Golly.
It's because I was in the military. Have you seen us?
Yeah, we get pretty raunchy easily.
So, to move over, we're still going to stick with Trump for the next one. But, so in his inauguration, he talked about it was unacceptable how the wildfires have continued to spread throughout California and how you're just sitting back and you're doing nothing about it. Now, I know there's only so much that Los Angeles could do, but it was shown their water reservoir that they had that was supposed to be there to put shit like that out. And it got depleted because it had some type of they were having like water sewage issues and stuff to where water pipes were busted and shit like that. That's a big fucking plan. That was on purpose. Everyone knows that's on purpose, right?
Or the fact that they haven't had this type of issue for so many years. That's why the insurance companies have jacked up fire coverage, because everyone knew at some point that fucking place was going to burn all the way to the coast. That's been going on for fucking years. There's no way. And it's improper maintenance because you never use it, so why the hell are you going to spend money on it? I'd rather spend money on something else instead of going, hey, maybe we should fucking like make sure these pipes are ready for the disaster that's going to happen.
It's imminent. It's just
everybody knew it. Everybody
it's
fucking knew it. That's why it was so hard to get fucking fire insurance. Any insurance to cover fire damage, you could not get it in the past couple of years. And if you did get it, it was fucking like just completely destroying your bank account.
There's a ploy for that. It's they want the land, and I think we talked about this on Aftermath a little bit, didn't we? Or maybe we talked about it in the last Unfiltered episode.
I think it was the last Unfiltered episode because I don't remember covering that in the Aftermath.
They just want the fucking land. That's all it is. They want the land.
No, they can have the desert.
Because they've talked about like Los Angeles, specifically low income housing and stuff like that. And they were wanting to build like more complexes and things, get rid of neighborhoods, have more living to where it's a lot of people can live in that area at one time. But anyways, Trump is visiting Los Angeles and will be visiting North Carolina here shortly to, I guess, look over the disaster that has happened in those two areas.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused why I've heard so much about California fucking melting and what happened to North Carolina getting flooded out and completely destroyed. You know, there is not this much coverage with North Carolina. Kind of the same thing that happened here in Iowa. There was several fucking towns that got flooded completely, and the most our governor did, who's Republican, by the way. She ended up flying over with a fucking Black Hawk to show her support to the places that were underwater. Don't understand that. That is way too bright. Messing up my stigmatism.
What are you talking about?
Or my
About my
autism.
screen.
Oh,
Let me pull this up on the tablet.
I thought he was talking about my light behind me back here.
No, not yours. You're dark as hell. I thought it was your waist at first, but
Never know, could have been.
going back. Circling back.
If it's my waist, you'll see the head of the anaconda. Don't worry.
I doubt it.
What's wrong, BB? Why the big eyes?
It's pretty cold in there.
No, actually,
It's
actually,
the big
yeah.
eye.
Actually,
only have
yeah. That one big eye, you gotta watch that thing. It'll get you.
Little fucking Cyclops over here. He's in
Yeah.
disguise.
Yep.
Fucking Skinwalker.
Yep.
You're number
just-
1 too, buddy.
It's very poisonous. You gotta watch it.
Well, anyway, since we're in kind of a dead spot, you guys want to hear a fun fact about Lyndon B. Johnson?
Go ahead.
Send it.
All right. Did you know that he was the only president that would go into the bathrooms and see people peeing right next to him and go, "Look at this Johnson. It's fucking huge." And he had several complaints from people, from staff because he would
Alrighty
just
then.
show his fucking dick. It's hilarious.
Hey, do you have facts to back this up?
Yeah, no, it's been covered.
So
I can fact check it real quick if you want me to.
Yeah, fact check that real quick.
All right.
since we're telling stories, now this is completely off subject, has nothing to do with a president or anything. We're in the van today, coming back from town.
Did you have candy?
No, I had jalapeno Cheetos,
Were you
which
sitting on a beanbag?
which I need to go get, by the way, because I'm quite hungry. But anyway, my oldest daughter, who has Down syndrome, her and my middle child got into something, and I started singing a song. Well, somehow that turned into my oldest daughter, who has Down syndrome, telling my 14-year-old she's a hoe.
Hold on, your oldest daughter called one of your other kids a hoe?
Yeah, my oldest daughter, who has Down syndrome, told my middle daughter that she was a hoe.
Okay.
And this is also the same child who has flipped her sister off. Give her the bird. She's called her a hoe. There was something else she done, and I can't remember what it was. But anyway, I just thought it was funny. My oldest doesn't usually come out with stuff like that. She's very nice most of the time.
So why she a hoe?
So I don't know if any of y'all listen to rap or whatever, but I started singing Blase by Ty Dolla $ign, and he's got a part in that song where he's talking about he's got hoes in different area codes.
Okay.
And my oldest daughter told us that she had hoes in different area codes. And that turned into my middle daughter being one of those hoes.
Oh.
So, you know.
Can't
Yeah.
even get on to her at that point, man. It's like,
All me and my wife could do is sit up front and laugh. That's all we could do. All we could do was laugh. It was funny.
oh my lord.
Yeah, that's classic.
My middle daughter's like, well, I guess I'm hoe now.
So this was covered. So Lyndon B. Johnson would often conduct meetings while taking a shit. On several occasions, when asked the secret of his power, he would whip it out jumbo and lay it on the presidential desk.
Where the fuck are you getting this fact
He
check?
would whip out jumbo and take a leak in front of women reporters and staffers.
He's pissing on fucking reporters and staffers? What the
No,
fuck?
he pissed in front of them, not on them. Because he conducted most of his fucking meetings in the bathroom to make people uncomfortable.
I mean, that's kind of
That's
cool.
his way of controlling it.
That wouldn't work in today's society, but that's kind of cool.
Welcome
Well,
to Texas.
actually, hang on. On one occasion, he whipped out Jumbo and took a leak, but was
What?
pissing on the leg of one of his Secret Service agents. The agent said, "Sir, you're peeing on my leg." And Johnson replied, "Son, I am the President of the United States, and that means I can damn well piss anywhere I like." The dude is a fucking disgusting savage.
What gets me is it's got a name, and he
Why
calls
is he
it.
calling
He
it
named
Jumbo?
it Jumbo.
He named it Jumbo because the motherfucker was an anaconda.
Fucking A, bro.
That is
Oh.
awesome. He's now my favorite president.
At one time, he had 8 interns, and was having sex with 6 of them. He bragged that he had more women without trying than JFK did while trying. The fucker was from the boonies.
What the fuck? That's what the hell?
It's atrocious, but great. It's fantastic. I love America.
America.
Jumbo. I call mine Smurf.
Funny enough, I call mine George.
Funny enough, I call mine Osmosis Jones.
Mostly because I choke it until it's blue.
My question is, whatever happened to the chicken?
He didn't cross the road, buddy. He didn't make it.
Ah. He didn't make it to get choked.
That monkey, he ran up the tree. He didn't like being yanked on.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
they normally don't.
Oh.
Anyway, this is your show, not mine.
Holy shit. Have y'all heard
What's
about
this show until you came on?
Have y'all heard about the US Border Patrol agent that was in Vermont that was killed?
Was it a
no.
fentanyl overdose?
No.
No. There were multiple suspects, and they ended up. Apparently, they had an arsenal of weapons, and those weapons ranged from 380s, 380 caliber jacketed hollow point ammunition, a ballistic helmet, and night vision equipment.
Who the fuck carries a 380 trying to do business? What is this, Brazil?
I have no fucking clue.
Jesus Christ.
So the thing is, though, they're not sure if the agent was killed by the suspects or if he was killed because of poor crossfire. It's potential that he could have been killed by one of the other agents. This just happened today.
Well, it's going to be easy to determine. 380 is a lot different sized hole than a 9.
Or this happened on Monday.
Because the 9mm, as President Biden said, will blow your lung clean out of your body. So we're going to find out soon.
So he had pulled over this vehicle to do a immigration inspection. It ended up coming back that the owner of the vehicle had an expired visa. And then during that, one of the suspects opened fired towards at least one of the agents while standing outside of the driver door. Then the other suspect attempted to draw his firearm and also ended up being killed.
I've seen this movie before. It was in a video game. I think it was Modern Warfare at the border.
Could be.
They only had pistols, too. Decoy, did you get your video working yet?
No, not yet.
Have you tried?
Not in the last couple of days.
What's your definition of a couple?
Since the last time we talked.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, you asked.
Well, I know. I got my answer, didn't I?
Yep.
So that incident it was at the border then?
It was in Vermont.
It was in Vermont. So
Well, Vermont's a big state. Because it goes all the way down to Massachusetts.
yeah, like were they checking boats?
It was a 2015 Prius.
Yeah, that'd be a really shitty boat. I'd pull it over too. Trying to find the article here.
Well, I'm finding the next topic. Any of you gentlemen have anything you want to talk about?
I got more presidential
Actually,
facts.
I've got one I just found, believe it or not. So, you know how I brought up Russia and Ukraine and all that?
Yep.
So,
Oh shit.
Russia's Russian President Vladimir Putin is waiting for a signal from his counterpart Donald Trump to kickstart talks on ending the Ukraine war, which come from Putin on Friday.
He's lying.
Putin and newly inaugurated American President Trump have both said they're willing to meet for talks. Peskov, which I guess is one of Putin's gremlins, said that he could not comment further on the meeting between the two leaders, saying it was hard to read coffee grounds to predict the future. He also rejected a claim from Trump that the conflict in Ukraine could be ended by lowering the price Russia receives for its oil, saying the conflict does not depend on oil prices. Peskov said the conflict was instead based on threats to Russia's national security and threats to Russians living in Ukraine, and the lack of desire and complete refusal of Americans and Europeans to listen to Russia's concerns. So Putin is just waiting on Trump.
I mean, I can't believe that this is see his fucking how his Russian civilians are living half of the time anyway.
This is not only to talk about the war in Ukraine, but it is also talks about the nuclear disarmament of Russia, which I don't believe will ever happen.
That'll never happen. The reason he feels threatened is because we promised that NATO wouldn't grow, and nations kind of tend to like being able to live comfortably, so they want to join NATO in progression instead of sticking with the fucking Soviet mindset that they all deny that they have over in Russia.
Well, Trump said it, I think it was in his inauguration, that anybody in NATO is going to start paying their way and pulling their weight, that the U.S. is no longer going to continue to help support or pay other people's taxes in NATO, that every country in NATO is going to start paying their own way, and if they don't, then don't ask us for help, because you're not going to get it.
That's kind of in the same breath as saying that Europe needs to handle manning whatever line that they want with this Ukraine conflict. They have to start stepping in more, because I mean, there's been a lot to where we've offloaded quite a bit of our munitions that were going to expire anyway. And then also munitions and equipment that we wanted to see how they tested in actual battle on to another superpower, which is kind of a loose term. The only reason Russia's a superpower right now is because it has a lot of fucking land and a lot of people. But if you see the way that the civilians are living in Kursk right now, with Ukraine invading into it, there is no fucking help. There's no aid from Russia's side. It is now on Ukraine to do it themselves. There's been several times that Ukraine has asked Russia, hey, if you want your civilians, let's do a trade. Or not even a trade. Let's open up a line to where you won't end up just bombing your own civilians and vehicles. It's not an invasion. We want to give your civilians back and give them a comfortable life in Russia, and they have denied it. Mostly on the fact because a ceasefire would have to ensue on that, and they don't want to give up any implication that they're weak. This whole peace deal, and Putin saying he's waiting on Trump, there's not going to be a peace deal, because Putin has to say that he's wrong.
It shouldn't fall on the U.S. to make the peace deal. It's not our war.
It's going to.
It's gonna take like every other fucking war. That's the same thing with Taiwan and fucking China.
It's gonna take Trump.
There's not gonna be a peace deal. The only thing that's gonna solve this is a dissolving of the Russian Federation.
It's gonna take Trump telling Russia, you either do it or we're done with you. That's it.
We fought this with all of the Soviet states.
And
every single Soviet state. We fought this with North Korea, with the Chinese. You try to fucking play ball with the communists. I don't understand how we came into this world now to the fact that communism can even be fucking good. all it does is kill and massacre people, innocent people, your civilians, and there's no benefit. Every single fucking time it fails. I think if any of you guys ever listen to the Fat Electrician, he's a local fucking YouTuber. My local. He is in Iowa, and he kind of summed up communism pretty fucking well. Communism is like baking a cake with all the right ingredients. You got all your egg, your fucking flour, your chocolate, and whatnot, but adding an ingredient called shit. Baking it at your friend's house. Say I come in and bake the cake at your house, BB, and I go, wow, this fucking cake tastes like shit. So then I kill you. Then I go over to Decoy's house, and I have the same recipe that involves shit. And he's looking around going, well, where's BB at? Oh, don't worry, we're going to make this cake and everything's going to be fine. And it still ends up tasting like shit. And Decoy looks at me and goes, wow, this fucking cake really sucks. So I kill him. And then I go over to fucking Tater's house.
You ain't coming to my house.
Motherfucking cake. And wonder why it tastes like shit. It never fucking works out. It always falls apart. You always fucking end up killing everybody doing it. Communism's fucking bad. There's no fucking good with it. Capitalism is not infallible by any means. Don't get me wrong. There's flaws with everything, but it fucking works. It has been working. Communism has never fucking worked. Everything has always fallen apart. But again, I hope that's something in the next 4 years that goes fucking away in America, to where we stop accepting communism as being even feasible.
Oh yeah, and if you don't watch Fat Electrician, you need to.
Yeah, he's fucking dude.
He's
Loves
hilarious.
communism. Make sure you leave a comment on his video about how communism is great.
He
loves it.
He is also the same. He is also the same guy that compared a 30mm round that comes out of the Apache to a full-size strip of bacon. He said it was like firing a full-size strip of bacon at your enemies.
Yes, America. And all of its greasy goodness. Well, with that, I did find that article, by the way, of the U.S. Border Patrol agent in Vermont.
Yep.
They identified a suspect and arrested her.
From Washington State.
From Washington State, yeah. She's been charged with the fatal shooting. So at least it wasn't Crossfire.
Well,
And
so they
was
had
her.
said
They
weren't
were
sure.
watching her and her German companion, who also died in the roadside shootout. So don't buy 380, kids. It doesn't get the job done.
So
With that, I'm gonna go make a drink quick.
Hey Timmy, go make a drink.
so you know when
Number one.
so you know when you go to prison, right?
No, I've never been to prison because I'm a decent
Nope.
human being.
Yep,
I've
never been to prison.
I've never been to prison either. But you know that when you go to prison, of course your rights are very limited, correct?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Fucked up.
Pretty
You get 'em
much.
stripped.
You could do they could do to you whatever the fuck they want to.
Yeah,
much.
within limitations.
Pretty much.
Yeah. They took the showers away,
So
which isn't cool.
So you're inside of prison,
Mm-hmm.
and you're inside of one of their cells. They have the right to search that fucking cell at any given time.
Oh, you mean like my company I work for that has the same right to search any of my vehicles and my person?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
on
most
the job sites?
That's most
Yeah,
companies.
it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anywho,
keep going. Fuck, dude, why'd you stop?
Diddy
Oh no.
had his cell raided, and oh boo
When they got the baby oil, did they find?
Oh boo hoo! His cell got raided, and they want to know. His lawyers want to know: was it just for you to search his cell?
Yeah, it's called a shakedown, baby. That's what you get when you fucking rub baby oil on actors.
There wasn't any
Children.
They want proof of why they had a reason to search his cell, why he got raided. They don't have to have a fucking reason. You're in prison.
It's called a rando.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Right.
Did they find anything?
Hang on, I'm still reading that part.
Hey, Jess.
Timmy says, "Hey, Jess."
Nice to see you up and moving.
Is
So-
that a moo-moo? Noise.
So they're saying that this was planned out and that they knew that they were going to search his cell and way ahead of time and that he was being targeted. And of course, the jail system, the correction system, they said it was to ensure the safety and security of their staff and their inmates. Yes.
Yeah, just
Understood.
like everybody else.
Any other fucking prison, same fucking way.
Oh,
But
and fun
did
fact,
he-
they do plan that to make sure they limit casualties.
Diddy's legal team insists that they're insisting and accusing feds of raiding his cell to seize a bunch of privileged materials, including notes to his lawyers about his upcoming trial. And the correction system refused to comment. So unsure of like what they found, if they found anything or not. But he's in fucking prison. You have no rights, bro. Or my bad, you have limited rights. What are y'all's thoughts on this? It seems like y'all have the same consensus as I do. You're in fucking prison.
Well,
Them-
they could do the fun way with him. They could put his ass on J-Pass and just put him on a plane, send him up to every prison known to man, then send him back home for like 14 or 18 hours a day with his hands freaking shackled in front of him, and he's sitting on a damn plane, can't move, can't piss, can't shit. That's a little confinement.
Simple and easy.
And that's a little fun.
Him and his lawyers complaining about that is like you join the military, going to basic, and then hiring lawyers and suing the military for searching your footlocker when they go through it in basic. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Well, thing is, so it's similar. What you just brought up, it's similar because when you enlisted, same thing. When you go to prison, you're now government property.
You sign that dotted line, you belong to the United States government.
So Diddy's actually almost on the same level as a military person because he's in federal fucking prison.
Yep,
The state government doesn't own his ass. The federal fucking government owns his ass. And Hunter and I will be skipping the Diddy bottle as we continue to keep up with the celebrity series on Two Drunks in a Bottle.
Oh, come on. You don't want that baby oil taste?
Yeah, I'll pass on the baby wool. I can't believe that, like, you're bitching. You are bitching because you're in prison and they searched your cell.
He's new to the DOC. So, you know, he hasn't been properly introduced to their way of thinking.
My question is, do you think this motherfucker is dropping the soap, or do you think other people are dropping the soap?
Oh no. He's already been marked. They're gonna have to keep him in segregation or whatever you want to call it now.
They're gonna have to keep
If they put him in general pop, you ain't gonna ever see him again.
I'm so proud of you, Bronson.
Why are you proud of me?
I'll tell you after the podcast.
What, just text you or something?
Yeah. You gotta think, man, fucking he's been used to being pampered and everybody doing whatever he says. Most of his celebrity career.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you were talking to
not
me.
you. Yeah, you're not a celebrity. Fuck off. You listen here. We're getting back to the subject.
Well, you said he's so used to being pampered. So I thought you were
yeah,
talking about me.
not you. But no, Diddy is. But did he do it? Anyway, it's up for the judges to decide. But he's so used to being pampered and getting whatever he wants when he wants it, whoever he wants, being that fucking gatekeeper. Of course he's gonna bitch when things aren't going his way. He's a fucking spoiled brat. He's a spoiled brat without his fucking baby oil. I have no other fucking. I don't have sympathy for him. If you didn't want to be treated like that, maybe you should stop breaking the fucking law, asshole. Come on.
These red carpet fuckers think like okay, I've made millions of dollars in the music industry, in the movie industry, and so I'm above the law because I've made all this money and I can pay my way out of this shit. It eventually catches up to all of them. It caught up with R. Kelly.
Al Capone. Sorry,
it's catching up with Diddy. Mike Tyson has served some time. You got all these different people. O.J. Simpson, which a whole different ball field, but they think that they're above shit and they can get away with shit. But it eventually comes out. Has anyone checked out the trailer to Mark Wahlberg's new movie that was directed by Mel Gibson, Flight Risk?
No, it sounds pretty badass, to be honest.
The movie trailer looks awesome. I haven't seen the movie, of course. I think it just came out today. It did just come out today into theaters. Anyways, Mark Wahlberg is actually playing a bad guy in the movie.
What?
Yes.
That's a first.
That's
Mark
gonna be interesting.
Wahlberg is in like protective custody. And so he ends up I know just from the trailer, because you know how movie trailers are, they tell you the entire movie in 2 minutes. This dude ends up he's wearing like a wig, so like a toupee, so he's like bald on the top of his head. It's not his normal character at all. He like breaks out of his handcuffs, kills somebody with his handcuffs, takes over the plane, hijacks it. It looks interesting as shit. It is not a normal Mark Wahlberg movie at all.
Scoozy. That I might actually have to put that one on my list. Decoy, you got to start working away at your movie list, my man.
Yeah, no, I'm still stuck in the 1970s, working my way up.
1970s? You're still stuck in the fucking 20s, my dude. You don't even realize alcohol's still legal.
Is it? When did that happen?
Well, when your Geritol got fucking introduced.
No shit.
Been sleeping like Count Dracula over here. Was it 36 millimeter film? Or was it 38?
35.
35. I'm fucking one off. Well, two off. I can't maths.
How many?
But, okay, so how do they do 70 millimeter on 35 stock?
I don't fucking know.
They cut it in half.
Almost. It's literally the frames are more compressed.
I'll fucking compress your brain cells.
Oh, bro.
Hey, I gotta have brain cells to compress.
Decoy, just zip it and compress the file. Not that hard, dude. It's not that hard.
Or you could just plug in your webcam.
Remember, he's not using a webcam. He's using a camcorder.
Yeah, it's a camcorder.
Are you forgetting that?
It's a little more high tech than these cheap Logitech cameras out there.
So, do y'all? How many Mission Impossible movies do you think they've made?
7.
Yeah, they're on number 8. An eighth one is an eighth one is about to release.
Is it Tom Cruise still?
Was What's he gonna do? Break out?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust anyone that can't look in the mirror and recognize himself. Apparently, that's one of his disorders. He's got, can't remember exactly what it's fucking called, but someone that you can't recognize your own facial features, so you don't know who you're looking at in the mirror. I guess that would make you a great actor or actress. You know, got to be all inclusive.
Yes,
here.
of course. Tom Cruise is playing in it. Yes.
So how can he watch the dailies if he can't recognize himself? If he can't recognize his features on the screen, it'd be like
Well,
a
I
different
mean-
person every day.
BB would be able to watch his own fucking videos if he did that. Don't look at me like that. What? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched a single Aftermath. Or any of our podcasts besides lives besides what I stream to moderate the chat. So
So apparently, they're coming out with a new Gremlins and Goonies. How the fuck can you remake Goonies?
oh
The
yeah.
fuck?
So since the whole what was it, the writers riot or whatever the hell in Hollywood?
The writer's
Like
block.
the writer's block, you know, there's been, I think that's a condition, not what happened, but
The
anyway,
writer's strike. That's what it was.
yeah,
Writer's
strike, there it is. Hollywood got into this kick of just remaking the classics or stuff that did very well, hoping that it would do very well
It was
again.
before the writer's strike that
Well,
they.
no, it became really freaking popular
Hollywood
while
has
they didn't have
lost
any fucking writers.
Hollywood has lost all sensibility of originality.
Oh, it's gonna bounce back right after
Yeah,
these
that
fires.
happened
You just
back in
wait.
the 70s actually, when they stopped having
Here it is.
actors on contract.
We had his fucking tism. Get it, decoy.
I mean,
Tell us
shit,
about
I
it.
haven't seen, like I said, I haven't really seen a really good movie in the last 20 years.
Inglorious Bastards. That was a really fucking good
that's
movie.
been 20 years. It's been 20 years.
Has
Yeah.
it? No, it
Yeah,
has
it's
not.
been like
It
20
has
years.
not been 20 years since Inglorious Bastards. Fact check that shit real quick, Tater Tot. You ain't saying
I'm
shit.
fact checking it right now.
He just jumped into action.
2009, so not quite 20 years.
See, I'm not that fucking old, man.
It's hard to get. It's
coming
hard to
up
get
on
it.
20 fucking years, bro.
See, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, it's hard to get a word in edgewise with you, loudmouth.
Oh,
Oh,
you love me.
I do
They call me a sweet name.
sometimes.
Decoy just mutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was coughing up a hairball in a lung.
Coughing. Hitting that dab pin, dog. My bad.
Quit licking your cat, and you wouldn't have to worry about the hairball.
Hit that Blinky, dog. I hope you didn't name your cat fucking Blinky.
Leave that puss kitty alone. You wouldn't have to worry about the
There we
hairball.
go. This is why you're the unfiltered, buddy.
Look, just because they spread their legs and you see bush doesn't mean you have to lick it.
spread for bread, bro.
Spread for bread. It ain't a bush if it's a fucking rainforest down there. Like, goddamn.
He coughing up fucking palm trees and shit.
There's
What is he, in
there's
Florida now?
a YouTuber that I watch, and that's one of her biggest things: is spread for bread and fuck for a buck.
That sounds like an OnlyFans.
No, it's an old woman, and she's like, "All y'all females nowadays, y'all spread for bread and fuck for a buck."
There it is. Okay, now it's context. It's context. I get it now. I didn't know which side you were going on there for a second.
And
So
if
you're
you
after,
and-
after those older kitties called cougars, aren't you then, baby?
They can't be too much older than him. Look, he's
look.
old.
I'm not even 30 yet, bro.
Mhm.
Your tits.
All right, somebody fact check that.
I'll be 30 May 19th of this year.
Clip it. We're gonna play this 20 years later.
Anywho, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what it was.
You're talking about movies.
Decoy
You've
was
never
talking
had
about.
a train of thought.
Decoy was talking about. Oh, so I'm into the Cougars now.
Oh,
That's
wow,
all.
you lost train of thought that quick.
That's always been a thing. I always said I was not gonna marry like my same age or someone around my age. That I was gonna
So
marry
you robbed
old.
the
I was gonna marry old and rich, and I hope the bitch died on our wedding night before I had to fuck her. Just
You just gotta blow the cobwebs out.
hoped and prayed. Yeah, pass. I was just hoping for old and rich.
So you were trying for the one that had one foot in the grave and the other foot on the banana peel.
Yes,
Yep.
Those are the best ones.
but it didn't happen. I ended up with Jess.
Yeah, you're robbing the fucking cradle.
Jess in the background. Thanks.
Well, you
Hey,
notice
You're
you
in your
notice I
mood,
tur-
though. You're pretty much.
you notice I turned around and looked real fast after I said that's the only kind, right? Make sure my wife I wasn't gonna get hit in the back of the head with a boot.
Thing is,
No, she-
mine's
she had the knife.
in the living room right in front of my desk.
You end up like me getting a high heel shoe thrown at you.
Well,
Damn,
mine,
sorry.
ju-
High heels?
mine just had surgery. She comes in here and starts fucking with me. I'm just gonna pop a stitch.
Don't you do that shit, and then I'm gonna have to come down there and kick your ass.
Yeah, you say that till she makes her ass her way to the kitchen and comes back with the fucking biggest knife in the kitchen and throws it at your ass.
She's
I'd
got to
say-
be able to reach them. Hold those up high.
Oh, okay, the short jokes.
Oh, if y'all could only see her.
Hey, ask her a question for me. Do elevators smell different?
Tater wants to know, or
Tater wants to know.
Don't blame that on me.
Tater wants to know.
No, don't blame that on Tater.
Tater
No,
wants to know Do
no.
elevators smell different because you're so short?
Actually, I was going to ask her how the weather was down there.
Okay, my bad. So
You're number one.
Timmy asked the first question, but Tater's
I
question
did.
was, "How's the weather down there?"
I want to know how she get above the 5th floor in an elevator.
Decoy wants to know how you get above the 5th floor in an elevator.
Stop.
This is went from the Delta BB Unfiltered to the Roast Jess Unfiltered.
I think this went.
Well, we have to pick on somebody because Polly's not here.
Y'all give her a break. Y'all give her a break. She just had surgery.
That's okay.
knows
I'll
we
kick
love
your
her.
ass later.
Oh shit.
If I stopped picking on her, she'd think I wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't love her anymore. I don't think anything's changed.
She came in here with a damn crock.
It's fucking
Ooh.
chocolate. She's gonna hit you with a fucking chocolate, dog. You better duck. I grew up with plenty of Mexican families. This shit hurts. That is to be feared. You think the switch is bad? You wait until a crazy lady's chasing after you with fucking language you don't understand. And a sandal in her fucking hand.
Sandal, hell, we used to have the old metal fly swatters.
Now she's talking
Metal?
about giving me
They had
a
some reach.
what's it called when they drill a hole in your head? That's a phlebotomy or a lobotomy?
Lobotomy.
Yeah,
Lobotomy.
she's giving me a lobotomy. She wants to give me a lobotomy.
Mm. At least she ain't fucking
She's
putting
saying
a
it's
double decker into
she's
your
trying to say
toilet.
it's a crane anomaly.
Crane anomaly?
Yeah, crane anomaly.
It's
A cranotomy?
Actually, no, she might be onto something because lobotomy is what they use needles for in your head to separate the fucking nerves and shit. The craniotomy is an
Or they
old
cut a hole in your
procedure that-
screen, in your
in your
cranium.
skull, because that would relieve headaches in the Native American culture or the old.
I need to relieve some pressure up here.
cultures.
Y'all see how big this motherfucker is?
I see that hairline.
Fuck
Yeah, you
off,
got-
Fucking man,
bro.
relief.
You got some swelling issues going on, Bronson.
Yeah, his eyes popping out.
Yeah, he's starting to look like them garden gnomes they sell at Walmart.
Fuck off. How the fuck do we go from roasting
That was-
Jess to
That was better
roasting
than I was
me?
going to say.
Fuck
Look,
off.
He's got one eye
okay.
on the podcast and one eye on Jess.
Fuck
To make
off.
sure shit don't go south.
Fuck off.
I love you.
Look,
baby.
look, I could bring BB Hunt with me. He could watch ducks flying in two different directions.
Fuck off.
He see the ducks flying.
Tater just
He
said I could take him
see
fucking duck hunting with me tomorrow, and he'd be able to see ducks flying in 2 different directions.
he could see the ducks flying in front of us and the ducks flying to the left.
Did you tell her what I
I
said?
can't see out of that
you
eye,
hear me?
motherfucker. Not getting anywhere. You're gonna lose all the ducks on the left. I hate to tell you.
Well, then you're
Motherfucker's
fired.
gone.
That's
If
what
I-
he said to his eyesight. He said, "You're not gonna fucking work, you fired, bitch."
Oh damn! Look, hey, I half expected to see beer. I half expected to see that beer leaking out the left side because he couldn't see it going in his mouth on that side.
He's blind. He ain't had a fucking stroke.
Same difference.
What's that for?
It's to catch your beer drooping out.
Hold it in front of your right eye so you can see
Hey,
it.
she gave you a Tic Tac.
Oh damn, his breath stank.
What is that? Oh, it's the good shit. Jess, you're supposed to send those to me.
Fucking popping pills on the podcast now.
It's okay. We're more than 8 minutes in.
It's an ibuprofen.
Oh, she's trying to cure that hangover, so you're worth a fuck in the morning.
She was like, you know what the wine coolers do to you?
You know, wine coolers.
They're fucking, bro. When you're not used to drinking sugar,
Oh God, it's terrible. I need to
it's-
stop drinking sugar.
like it's bad. When I run out of this, all next is Truly. So
Oh no.
Just get with it. Get with it.
I only drink Keystone when I want to fucking throw up, you nasty bastard.
Keystone Light ain't bad.
It's fucking
Hey,
terrible.
Keystone
that's
Light
better than
ain't
that.
bad.
It's better than Natty. I'll give
No.
you that.
It is
No,
better
that
than
ain't
natural for
much.
sure.
That's better than Milwaukee's worst,
Yeah.
By a long shot.
which is what my granddaddy drank religiously.
Keystone
'cause he was
Keystone ain't
poor.
bad. Last year, a guy gave me like 2 or 3 cases for free, and me and Hunter knocked him out in one weekend. Actually, I think we knocked him out in one night.
That's
It was
because
something like
Hunter's an alcoholic.
Hunter's not an alcoholic.
Okay,
I
look,
don't know.
we
He's
like-
not here to defend himself.
He
so,
is here. He's right behind me, but we like to be
not
called
here.
we like to be called professional drinkers.
look.
Ah.
Not all of us have the money the rest of you three got and can afford the expensive stuff. Some of us have to drink on a budget.
What
Okay,
the fuck are you talking about? I drink Coors Light. That ain't expensive.
it costs more than these Keystones did.
I switch back and forth between Coors and Miller.
I don't know. Buffalo Trace is cheaper than your Keystone per drink.
How much is it?
It's only fucking like $25 a bottle. And I
Tall,
get-
Tall
I
Ass
get
Leprechaun
30
just
fucking
commented
drinks.
and said, "Professional drinker, get it right."
Well,
I
at
don't
least you're
want
not
to hear you
broke if
unless
you have to
you
drink
talk.
Mad Dog 2020.
Oh God.
Oh, me and Hunter tried like we had never had Mad Dog, and everyone had always hyped it up. If you ain't ever got drunk off Mad Dog 2020, you don't know what you ain't lived life right. So me and Hunter were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna buy a bottle of Mad Dog." We both fill our little cups up with it, and we take a sip, and we're like, "Fuck this shit," and get to reading on the bottle, and we're like, "That's why we don't like it. It's fucking wine." I'm not a wine drinker. Neither is Hunter. We've had people request us do bottles of wine on the podcast. Never gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, then I guess
Ever.
you're never gonna do mead.
No, we'll do. I'll try. I want to try some mead.
That's a honey wine, buddy. Now you're gonna be a hypocrite.
I'll give it a try. I'll try anything twice.
Oh goodness.
Fuck off.
I can't fucking. This is some bullshit. I can't send gifts, and I don't know how to spell, so it doesn't help.
What are
I
you
want to
trying to
reply to
send?
Hunter, but
Stop trying to send your gilf over to Hunter. Hunter's not into gilfs.
I'd send him my MILF, but she's too busy with somebody else right now.
Your MILF is with someone else.
Well, yeah, I'm in a committed relationship.
He's like, I had to do this podcast, so I had to call in someone else.
It's fucking, I like to watch.
Priorities, bro.
Sometimes Sometimes it's from the closet. It's always in my fucking Superman outfit.
Damn, how does R. Kelly keep getting brought up tonight? Fuck.
Who the fuck is R. Kelly? Is he like pissing on sheets?
You don't remember the R. Kelly, like him being in the closet and his wife brought another man home and all that? You don't remember?
No, I
like,
do remember fucking South Park covering
was like-
T-Pain in the closet.
Nah. It's like
I thought that was
8
Eminem
parts.
coming out the closet.
No. No, Eminem did do a skit.
No,
Where he
Eminem's
talked
was
about-
cleaning out the closet, not coming out the
No.
closet.
Eminem
Same
did do a-
difference.
Bro,
Eminem did do a video where it was an interview. It was supposed to be a gag, and he talked about how he was secretly gay. And all his
Ye-
songs ended up like insinuating that he was gay. And he's like, I don't understand how you guys could have been conflicted with this. I'm gay.
Yeah, it's the movie The Interview.
Oh, yeah, it is on the interview, isn't it? Yeah, see? Look, he had an
Yeah.
interview. It's
That-
fucking plot twist.
that movie is banned. It
North Korea?
got banned in the U.S. for a few years.
Yeah, because we didn't want North Korea freaking out because we were literally killing their fucking leader.
Yes, but that movie is one of the best movies.
Mm. No, Pineapple Express was pretty fucking good. And Grandma's Boy. You guys ever seen that?
Yeah, Grandma's Boy was a good one.
Yeah. Tater, do you ever see Grandma's Boy? You look like a Grandma's
Yes.
Boy.
Shut up.
Now we're moving on to Tater
I
time.
think that just told you. So Tater, what was it like being a Grandma's Boy?
It was actually quite nice, thank you. I got what I want when I wanted it, and how I wanted it,
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa!
and I
What kind
still
of
do.
grandma was it?
Can you elaborate on the last part?
No, you said you
What
don't
part?
like dusty pussies. You can't ask that.
Okay, my bad. Timmy, will you ask what I just asked him, please?
No,
I thought
That'll
it
be
was
covered.
cringe there.
that'll be covered in the aftermath.
Oh,
I can't say shit, man. I was a great grandma's boy, so
so was I. I was the
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh.
I was the favorite grandchild, and I was the favorite grandson. So
I didn't know most of my grandparents, so my great grandmother was the shit.
I mean, you had
Well-
Pat. You had Pat.
Did I? I
After
didn't
reading,
know she fucking existed until after I was 10, dude. Did I have her?
Well, I mean, dude, you know, me and Jess. So you know, my grandmother's name was Pat too, right?
No.
Yeah. So when me and Jess got together, I was like, "You want to meet my grandma?" And they introduced or whatever. Missy's like, "That's my mom's name. My mom's name's Pat as well." And I think they
Dang.
were married about the same amount of times. My grandma was married like 5 times, 6 times, or 6 times before she died. I think Pat was on what, 5 or 6 herself.
I don't fucking know. I just know she liked men. I hope your
Oh.
grandma Pat was a better person. Perfect. This is why we fit. So Decoy, do you still like any of your family members?
I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
You're like
We-
fucking
we're-
82. You probably don't even remember any of them.
I mean, Decoy has been around since the Constitution was written. We declared independence. He was there for all of that.
Which really
so
happened
we-
in 1775.
I talked Moses out of giving 15 commandments down to 10.
Okay. But I mean, hopefully you didn't have to witness him part in the Red Sea because that just sounds like a bad time. Usually I
was super
just-
for that.
The thing
I
was,
usually just wait 5 days
the thing-
and I'll get in there.
the thing was, Decoy was the transcriber, so he was the one chiseling into the stone the commandments. And after 10, that's when he talked him out of doing 5 more. He's
He
like,
goes,
"Fuck,
man, my
hand
fucking
hurts."
hands hurt.
Yep.
He's like, "My fucking hand hurts. I can't write anymore."
You had me right up until adultery, all right, man? We gotta fucking calm this shit down.
yep, I think I'm gonna have to get off and go to bed now.
Why?
because I just read something that made me very unhappy.
Well, Tater Tot, you're not supposed to read it, buddy. I think your headphones look really nice.
At least that one side does.
Shut up.
I can't get over that fucking mustache. That man looks like he'd bust into a saloon and challenge me to a duel.
Let's get it.
He'd probably win, though.
I don't know. I got quick hands. At least they work for me. It'll get it done.
It's been nice talking with you boys. we're gonna end this show. I hope you guys tune in to the Aftermath on Sunday. Tune in tomorrow. We pre-recorded a episode of Two Drunks in a Bottle, so we will be premiering that episode tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. Central Time. Hunter and I will be in the comment section watching it live with you guys during the premiere.
So you said it's going to be 8 p.m. Central Time, so that's actually going to be what, about midnight actually?
No, it is actually airing live at 8 p.m. or premiering live at 8 p.m.
Oh,
Central
you got
Time.
premiere going on.
It is being
Yes.
premiered.
So it will be about midnight before it actually gets up there because you're going to have some sort of a technical problem.
Nope, no technical problems.
No, Hunter's got his shit figured out.
I do
this
believe
time.
it's already scheduled to be there. I think Hunter already has it uploaded to YouTube, and it will air tomorrow.
BB is the GILF guy, not me. Did you mean MILF? Sorry, I'm trying to include Hunter here because he won't get on the mic.
All right, so till next time, I'm the TheDeltaBB. It's been lovely having you guys. I know we've been all over the place, but it's been a great episode.
I'm Timmy. See you later, guys.
I'm Decoy.
I'm Tater. Y'all have a good one.